Yes, that's a good question. That's has been on my agenda from the time I stepped into the office. So the portfolio is under me. That's good. What I have done is I have called for a brainstorming session, a discussion among top people in the state, representatives from the NGOs, representatives from the public, representatives from NUPW, representatives from MTUC, and representatives from the university and political parties. We are brainstorming as to how we will help these estate workers. There are two aspects here that I'm going to concentrate on. One is I would like to have some kind of legislation in order to have estate ownership program, estate house ownership program. I take some guidance from the Kelantan state government, which has got such a policy, and their policy is quite comprehensive. Whenever an estate is going to be converted for development into housing, prior to that conversion, the estates have to make sure that uh, they give proper housing for the estate workers. What I know from what I've heard is that land is given, it is converted at a very minimal rate from plantation to housing, and then basic amenities as far as roads, electricity, water is supplied, and also houses are built with lots drawn, and also at a very minimal cost, so that it doesn't burden these people in order for them to go and take huge housing loans in order to pay. As you know, these people are caught within a cycle of poverty where they have difficulty in coming out of this cycle, because estate workers earn between 500 and 700 ringgit a month. Even a combined wages of husband and wife gives you 1,002. And now with the development coming in, estates being gobbled up by housing developers for profits, these people are left with nothing but $1,200 would not carry them far in their daily expenses with children, schooling, busing, all types of, the prices of commodities have gone up tremendously, fuel has gone up, and there's a burden, extra burden of toll as well. So if you put all this together and you tell them now, after they have worked for 3 generations, or some of them even 4 generations for the estates, and these estates have made huge profits from the labor of these people, because without them these profits wouldn't be there, and the price of palm oil today is so high that estate owners are laughing all the way to the bank, even though they pay their taxes and all that. So I think that it is high time that estate owners have corporate social responsibility in terms of investment, environment, and they should have some kind of payback to these estate workers. And this is the only way that I think that they can do. You must understand that the estate workers lived as a community, as a neat community, and they had this support system within, among themselves, and they actually had self-sufficient system, in the sense they will rear chickens and goats, and they will have vegetables being planted, and so they subsidize they are living with this type of things, that they had land within. Because I come from the estate background, I have stayed in the estates from the beginning. As far as I know, I was born. When I was born, I was in an estate as well, and my father retired from the estates. So I know the background at that time, and I know how it is. Uh, so when you remove them from this social structure and you put them into the cities, this social structure breaks down. There is no support group, and so the children become loose. They lose sight and track of the needs be, and the parents, both husband and wife, have to work really hard in order to have a roof over their head and put food onto the plates of the children, in the context of them coming out of the estates into the cities finding for jobs. So if we provide them with housing within that scheme and the system, then at least these people are not dislodged from from where they are, and so the children and the family background will not be interrupted that badly, though there will be interruptions in terms of earning capacity and educational facilities. So I think this housing scheme for estate workers should be looked into vigorously, and I support it. And I'm going to go put a paper through to the EXCO in order to accept the fact that there has to be responsibility. Here the good thing is the Mantri Basa is supporting me on this idea, and we are already holding a discussion tea with all owners of estates in Selangor on the 29th, Tuesday at 3 p.m. in one of the hotels in Shah Alam. We are inviting all estate owners to attend. We're going to put forth our proposals, and I think this is going to be a very friendly chat between the Mantri Basa, myself, and some other excos and aduns with the estate property owners. And the Mantri Basa, being a man who is experienced and run Guthrie and the corporate world, I think he knows what can be done, and we are going to do that. So that is as far as the estate home workers home scheme project is concerned. Coming to the other part of it, whereby the workers in the estate and their livelihood, to me, the only way to remove them from the cycle of poverty is upward mobility, and that only upward mobility for these people at present is through education. And so I am going to propose also to the state that we pay attention to the children of plantation workers, and they would need some kind of assistance from the state, as well as this is where I call the corporate social responsibility of the estate management must come in. They should take some responsibility, and we are expecting them to help us out with this program. Whereby I'm going to suggest that the plans are on the thing that with the working of the state government and with the blessing of the Mantri Basa, we want to start some hostels for estate children workers. We are at present working about the number of hostels that we can put up. Why Selangor, especially places like Shah Alam, Petaling Jaya, Ampang, are infested with dengue is because of these abandoned housing projects that are there, especially these high-rise housing projects which are abandoned and they are open. So rainwater actually gets into these buildings and they are stagnant in these areas. And that's where mosquitoes, dengue mosquitoes are laying their eggs. And from there, if our study has clearly shown that apartments which are close to projects that have been abandoned, dengue is high because those abandoned projects are source of dengue mosquitoes. Because this has been studied by our health officials who have on their own risks gone into these buildings, because you must understand these buildings don't have CF. They are dangerous to go in, but our officers have gone in, climbed up the steps till the 5th floor, 6th floor, 7th floor, and they found that it is infested with dengue. They can't go much further higher because it's dangerous for them. Their safety is also to be considered. So what do? You see, so we got to do something about this. And these abandoned projects is under the local government, housing and local government ministry. No, this is local government. I'm talking about the federal government. Yeah, these houses come under that. It doesn't come under the state. I mean, Ronnie is in charge of the municipal councils and the Majlis Perbandaran and Majlis Daerah. So what we have found is that number one, what I want to do is increase monitoring of the areas around Selangor through the health department in the PBTs. And I was told that some of the PBTs have got contracts given out to the public to fog and things like that. And my feedback from the health department is that these people are not being monitored properly, whether they have been trained properly, and whether they know when to fog and when not to fog is also a question now. And so I've also called for a meeting of all health officials from the different town councils and Majlis Bandaran next week. And I've asked them all to give me reports of their activities and the situation in their areas. And only after I hear from them in detail, then we will draw out a program whereby we can go in and try and reduce dengue.